We're going to have a great replacement. They said, it's coming. It's been coming in 2 weeks for the last 10 years. Where is it? Where is this great plan to replace Obamacare? They've had 10 years to do it. There is no plan. They've never had one. Instead, they've attacked the Affordable Care Act at every turn, driving up costs, driving up the uninsured. Now they're trying to dismantle your care in the Supreme Court in the middle of a pandemic with nothing but empty promises to take its place. We know that he continues to do business with China because he's got a secret Chinese bank account. How is that possible? How is that possible? How is that possible? How is that possible? A secret Chinese bank account. Listen, can you imagine if I had a secret Chinese bank account when I was running for re-election? You think Fox News might have been a little concerned about that? They would have called me Beijing Barry. It is not a great idea to have a president who owes a bunch of money to people overseas. That's not a good idea. I mean, of the taxes Donald Trump pays, he may be sending more to foreign governments than he pays in the United States.
Do you have the courage?
Yo, this guy just ethered him.
Oh, yeah.
This guy just ethered him.
Oh, yeah.
This guy just ethered him. Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Welcome to Fellas Corner, where we talk about news, entertainment, and all the above.
This is definitely all the above.
All
right
the
there.
above. What's up, OG?
Yo, what's up, D? What's up?
Nothing, just chilling, keeping it gully.
All day, every day.
Ah, man, my man. You saw that debate?
Yeah. I like it. I didn't like it to the level of there could have been a lot more annoying, pushback from Trump, by whatever Biden would say, because that was one of the key thing in the first debate. He just wouldn't shut up, kept on going, was attacking, going after Biden, trying to put him down, his family, all of that. So I didn't like that because that was entertaining, but I did like the fact that they acted like presidents. They acted like they were running for, the best country in the world, that they were going to run the best country in the world. I definitely like that, so it was cordial. I like it.
He's 9 more days till voting.
Yeah, damn.
Let me make you hear something.
Described the Black Lives Matter movement as a symbol of hate. You've shared a video of a man chanting white power to millions of your supporters. You've said that black professional athletes exercising their First Amendment rights should be fired. What do you say to Americans who say that kind of language from a president is contributing to a climate of hate and racial strife?
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. I said, that's a horrible thing. And they were marching down the street. And that was my first glimpse of Black Lives Matter. I thought it was a terrible thing. As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room.
Well, what do you say to Americans who are concerned by that rhetoric?
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I got criminal justice reform done and prison reform and opportunity.
This cat say he's the least racist person.
The least
racist person in the room. He looked at the damn audience and said, I could see people right here. I'm the least racist person in the room. Yo, bruh, no caps. This guy is not the least racist person in the room. So I don't know what he was talking about. What was he talking about?
I think, he's trying to save face, really. He was trying to make himself appear, to the black people. They're going to be voters too. Minorities are a big population of the country, so they need their vote. He needs their vote as well, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to appeal to that division of the country.
That's what I think he's having? I think he's having a kind of like a breakdown because in about 9 days, it might be the end of Trump presidency.
We hope. But I will say that I remember 4 years ago, it was Tuesday night, maybe midnight-ish, and it looked like it was going to be Hillary taking over for Obama, first female president. And was it Wednesday morning, as they kept on counting, that's not what happened. So
exactly. So yeah, you know what? I cannot actually be comfortable until he actually leaves.
Yeah, like here's the other thing too. Remember when it was George W. against Al Gore, if I remember right?
Yeah, they had a little recount.
Yeah. Al Gore won the popular vote. Hillary won the popular vote. But it doesn't matter. It comes down to electoral college, and then they ended up getting Trump in office and George W., and we know how that went.
I just don't think it's gonna be a tough one because I have a feeling that a lot of people who are not saying that they're voting, but they do have a lot of records showing that a lot of people broke a record of early votes.
Over 50 million. Over 50 million. That is incredible.
So
over 50. That is insane.
Now he's trying to save face. So now he's going with all the black leaders,
Of course.
trying to put his platinum agenda going on with Ice Cube. He's trying to do all this craziness. Right. I gotta tell these little celebrities, if you didn't talk to the man the first 2 years, don't talk to him 2 weeks before the.
That's a great point.
2 weeks before the vote, because you don't know what's going to happen after that 2 weeks. He thinks that he do it as much as for black people, and I see a lot of black people. I always say this: listen, you don't depend on a president or senator or governor to actually be successful, because at the end of the day, they all for themselves. So you got to put in that situation. You just obviously you need help, but at the end of the day, you don't want to depend on something. But D.L. Hughley called out Ice Cube for a meeting with President Trump.
Yeah, DL was actually making a good, solid point about that. I don't think it was actually Ice Cube that met with the president. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, it was his people. But let me let you hear this.
I carry fantasy is a fantasy to believe that you can get this administration to do anything. It's you've seen black person after black person after black person after black person ruin themselves on the altar of Trump with nothing in return, and Ice Cube is the latest one. The Platinum Plan. When I heard it, it was insulting from the gate. Why didn't they have the spinning rims plan? We have a third wave of COVID coming right now, and he's meeting with the dude that gave us 3 Fridays. You can always tell the seriousness and import of the meeting based on who was in there, based on what the topic at hand is. Yes, people are right when they say we have a lot of problems. We need a seat at the table, but we need the right people at the table. We need people from education, from finance, from medicine, from medical, from prison reforms, sociology, people who have done this for a living and not made a couple of banging albums. Let me ask you something. Why is it that you will meet with Ice Cube, but you will not meet with the Congress to get a stimulus plan passed? Why is it you won't meet with Joe Biden in another debate, but you'll meet with Ice Cube? Why is it that you will not meet with the people who are trying to stem the coronavirus, but you'll meet with Ice Cube? And I'll tell you what it is. Out of all these meetings he's had with these black people, why are they always actors, comedians, rappers, and athletes? When you watch the RNC, do you see one ex-president, one governor, one foreign affairs expert? Have you seen them endorse him? You know why? Because they know he's a fool. And do you know why Trump picks the black people he picks? Because they are all entertainers, and that's what he thinks this is. All I have to do is show niggas a shiny thing, and they'll be distracted. The Platinum Plan. You could tell right away that he was working with somebody on that. $500 billion, where do you get that from? And for Ice Cube to say, well, I talked to the Democrats, but they said they couldn't do anything after the election. Let me tell you why. Because they don't hold the power right now. They don't hold the presidency and the Senate, and to get anything past that $500 billion that you supposedly got, who gives it to you? It's appropriated by the Congress, but the Senate has to pass it. Can you see that happening? They won't give money for airports. Airlines are closing. But I'll talk to Q. Schools are shutting down. People are close to being homeless. But I'll talk to Q. It is all for folly. He is one of my favorite rappers. And if we were talking about making a great album or some of the other projects he's done, that's all in. But to sit down with that man who only uses black people for caricatures, only for backdrops, only for photo ops, it is insulting. Yes, we need to be in the room, but it needs to be the right people in the room. People who have expertise on any number of problems that plague us. Any number of problems. And while you were meeting with, while Ice Cube was meeting, did he talk to him about how he's trying to suppress the vote? Did he talk to him about the fake ballot boxes they have all over the country? Did he talk to him about the poll watchers they're going to have that could potentially have violent outcomes with black people? Did he talk to them about how long our lines we have to wait in to vote? Did he do that? Did he talk to them about the way black women in childbirth died disproportionately? Did you have those conversations? You know why you didn't? Because that wasn't what it was for. The Platinum Plan. That's what we'll do. Right now, today, there's an article in Newsweek that says the Proud Boys, right now, they're planning a civil war if Trump loses. It must be something for Trump to have the Proud Boys and Boys in the Hood on the same line. When you got the Proud Boys and Boys in the Hood, yep, that was a good day. That's a little note from the GED section. We got a Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.
So as I said before, I told everyone before, they have a lot of poll watchers going on. They have a lot of craziness going on. When Trump have a audience, and he makes sense. He only goes towards the athletes, the music, the actors, the musicians, because it's the reason. He doesn't go with the people who are actually in power. Think about why he didn't go with John Lewis before he passed.
That's right.
Why he didn't go with other people in power. Why didn't he go with the Democrats, whether it's Nancy Pelosi and whether it's anything else. When Obama was in presidency for 8 years, they block every single thing. So they have a notion, especially black people in Spanish, but they have this notion that Obama didn't do anything. Think about what you're saying. Regardless of how you feel about the man, he gave you hope to be the first black whatever to be a president. I always say this. Trump only looks for himself. Regardless of how you feel, he looks for himself. He once said that showing weakness is the biggest flaw in anyone. So obviously when he got his little corona diagnosis, what he did, he walked out without a mask and just start talking and start doing kind of photo ops. So miss me with all that. Ice Cube, 2 weeks before the election, you shouldn't be meeting with him. Whether it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months. You should have met with him in the first year. Democrats can't do anything right now. The whole Senate seat is full of Republicans. Now it's going to change. It's going to change. I'm not going to say that. The South Carolina is about to be another change of a seat as well. You're going to see Florida might have to change pretty soon. I don't trust the popular votes at the moment. Until I wake up on Wednesday after the election, that's when I trust anything. So he has a point.
He does have a great point. He does. I'm waiting for whatever Ice Cube comes back and says. Isn't also 50 Cent part of somewhat of the support team? For Trump?
50 Cent, as I said before, 50 Cent is a big ass troller, and I like 50 Cent with his music on his first two albums.
I like his production too.
He's a big troller. He tried to say that he's all for taxes. Listen.
So his concern is taxes?
His concern is taxes. 80% of America does not make $400,000 a year.
Correct.
I pay a lot of taxes. I know, pretty sure a lot of people on my Facebook friend list or my Instagram friend list do not pay as much taxes as I do. So a lot of people trying to say that, oh, well, he's going to tax a lot of people. The tax is going to be up to 65%. Tax is going to be, it's for the wealth. Obama did the same thing probably about 8 years ago. And then I had someone on Facebook saying that the gas prices was higher on Obama administration than Trump administration.
You're talking about like gas fuel.
Gas fuel.
Yeah, car fuel.
Now they got to remember, I'm pretty sure after George Bush went in, after the 9/11 crisis and everything happened and George Bush came out of office, the gas prices were about $4 to $5 a gallon. Obama actually lowered it. Whatever Trump doing right now, for the first 2 years, it wasn't Trump at all. He had the little tax reform. He had all this. Tax reform was basically putting money in a lot of the Republicans' pocket, even a lot of the Democrat pocket, because most of them are millionaires. Yeah. So at the end of the day, know your facts. Stop listening to rhetoric on Facebook. I'm starting to. You know what the thing about it? They start doing it on Facebook now that Facebook blocking everybody. Now they start doing it on LinkedIn. Then they start doing it on Twitter. Then they start doing it on Instagram. Listen to what you do. Do your own research, buddies. Do your own research, and then you'll get it. So. As I said before, I just can't stand it. It's really annoying to me. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't like it. It's just a waste of my time. And I always tell people, if you don't understand the politics and how it works, and politics is really not for us. It's against us. At the end of the day, if you want to go vote for someone who make us more divided, 4 more years of a divided nation is not the way to go. I don't care what you feel in life, but the last 4 years have been divided from the get-go. So go ahead and vote for whoever you want to vote for, but you have consequences. Obviously, Biden and Trump is our candidates. Now, if you wanted a different candidate, you should have voted before that. So it was a lot of candidates before, but you guys wanted to be that. You made some of these old cats voted for these candidates. Think about that.
Yeah, that's why we're down to those two.
You down to those two because you made some of those old cats voted for these two particular candidates. And the young people, you didn't vote it. So that's the reason why you got these two old cats who's a rich old cats who really is not really for the people, but now you got to pick the two lesser evil.
Yeah. I could even argue and say that if, let's say, it is Joe Biden that becomes a president, odds are we're not going to see a second term from him. And it has nothing to do with him being alive or not being alive. That's not the point. It's just that at 82, can we really say that he's going to be within the right brain, the mind, the body to run for president for another 4 years? So you're voting him for 4 years. You're voting for Trump for 4 years. And this is the two that we're down to, with the exception that you never know what Kamala Harris can do.
You know, at the end of the day, we don't want either two. I'm waiting for Michelle Obama to become a candidate. I'm waiting for some strapping young person to become a candidate. I don't care if they're black, white, Spanish, Italian, Chinese, anything, Jewish, anything like that. I want someone young. I am sick and tired of these old folks becoming presidents. I said this before, that we get into that notion that we make an old rich white man become president, and that's the big issue in my part.
Yeah, that's right.
Vote for whoever you want to vote for, but you need to kind of change the stigma, change the mentality that your folks actually made you vote for. Most of the time, people become Republicans because their whole families are Republicans. So think about it.
Yeah, like just because. Like I mean,
just because.
Be a movement there.
A lot of people become Republicans. A lot of people become Democrats because of their whole family become Republicans and Democrats. You don't do your research. Do your research. Regardless of how you feel, do your research. So there are a lot of people try to say, I remember back in the day, they used to say Bill Clinton was the best president. Bill Clinton was probably one of the worst presidents we ever have. He made us get into a crisis, which is the housing crisis, when they had the adjustable rates. George Bush wasn't a great president. Obama, I feel like, was a good president, but he had his flaws. So obviously, Trump is definitely not the best president. He's probably the worst president we ever had because it was all about himself. I guarantee you, when he leaves, or if he leaves the presidency, he's gonna make a profit out of all these things, just like every president that we had before him. So at the end of the day, you do your research, vote. And if your vote, you don't think that vote matters, it does. Because last 4 years ago, it really did matter. Now you have the choice to pick who you want to be your president and who you want to represent this country. So vote.
You think Hillary will try to run again?
Hillary's not going to run.
You think she's done? She's out of...
She's more than done. Because, now we got a lot of dirt on her. That's the point.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Get those crazy bald heads out of town. That's exactly like to get those crazy bald heads out of town.
So, like 4 years from now, I don't know enough about politics, but I'm trying to think who would run. Would it be your boy Christie?
Christie was trying to run too, but he was horrible. He's not my boy either.
Well, he's the governor of New Jersey.
Yeah, he did a lot of illegal things with the whole George Washington Bridge tolls.
Yeah, so. But he did also crack down on Jared Kushner's father.
Yeah,
it was like that whole
at what price?
Well, I think enough that got him to become governor because he was the district attorney for New Jersey.
Same thing with like Cory Booker. I don't think he has this little skeleton in his closet.
What's weird is that, to your point earlier, like none of these are the answers, is that if he was part of the investigation team to shut down Jared Kushner's dad, right? I forgot his first name, but to shut him down, I think he ended up he was supposed to serve 2 years in jail, and he did some like house arrest type of a term. He was part of the investigation, but now he's part of Team Trump, and then Jared Kushner, the son, is part of Team Trump. So
everybody can
get
bought.
Switch off.
Everyone
Think
could
about
get
that.
bought. Everyone could get bought. That's the purpose of politicians. They could get bought really quick. So my advice to anybody: senators, governors, mayors. That's the one you want to focus your focus your attention on, because at the end of the day, they're the one who have to make the changes. They're the one who have to fight for you. So vote right for them. President is starting to become one of those positions that they really can't do anything until it all depends on the House, and it's really all depends on the House. So that's what you vote for.
Charles Kushner, that just hit me. Jared Kushner's dad was Charles Kushner. That's one that Christie put in jail, and now he is tag team with his son that's part of Team Trump.
You know,
how crazy is that?
You know, as soon as 50 Cent said he's going to vote for Trump, his name was on Fox News the next day.
Who was ever? You think it was just like a publicity stunt?
Oh, yeah. No, it's not. I don't think it's a publicity stunt, but his stupidity really was the problem.
Yeah.
But Fox News ate it up. Oh, so a local rapper endorses Trump. As soon as you say something, I guarantee if Obama said, "Hey, I endorse Trump," it'll be on Fox News. You notice it's only on Fox News. So when you start don't take life lessons off of rappers, musicians, or actors, because they are in a different type of tax bracket than you. So do not get your advice from any of those people.
That's true.
So I don't know.
The Rock did come out and endorse Biden, and out of his history of television and wrestling and movies and all that, this is the first time he ever endorsed somebody. So
yeah, I don't care about
that's
that.
saying something.
You on a different tax bracket than these folks.
That's true. That's true.
Mind your own business and try to endorse for your own purpose. Everybody have a family. Everybody want to actually build something. Everyone want that generational wealth. So that's what you do. You focus on that. Point blank. Focus on that and don't focus on anything else. So that's my 2 cents. We got 9 days left. So if most people made their decision already, just focus on what you want to do.
A lot of states you can vote early too.
That's why
Rhode Island's actually one of them.
You know, funny thing. That's why there's a lot of records right now, because a lot of people that voter oppression is really big, and a lot of people don't want to be in that line, and that's why a lot of people don't vote right now. Everybody voted in back in 2008. So was it 2008? Yeah, everybody voted back in 2008. Everybody wanted Obama in there. Everybody in the world, and everybody wanted him on the second time, because he gave us hope at the end of the day.
So what was the fall off then as far as Hillary? We just didn't care because Hillary was not going to measure up to Obama? Is that what it was?
I can tell you this.
We just didn't really care for Hillary or Trump, and it was like, whatever. You think that's what it was?
It's because a lot of people didn't vote. A lot of people thought she was a little shady, because everybody still was mad at her about the whole Bill Clinton shit, whether it's like the housing crisis or the infidelity or the impeachment. People didn't really trust her. People don't trust her because she's a little shady. She was a part of that criminal crime act. So it was, people didn't trust the lady.
Because there was also that Comey letter that was like 7 days before the election. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
It was revealed that she was using her personal email. As opposed to
people don't trust her.
Email. So that came out. That kind of changed.
So what happened? People didn't vote either, because Trump should have won the. How you think about this? Ronald Reagan was the last actor to become president. Ronald Reagan. Yeah. So you're telling me Trump?
82, I think.
Yeah, right? But you're telling me Trump, a freaking TV host, whatever you call it, become president. He has no clue how to become a president.
Yeah,
I was watching something that all the world leaders was laughing at him because he was just how stupid he is.
He also was in wrestling too for a while. He had a book.
Yeah, he was in wrestling.
Yeah,
his famous word was "You're fired."
You're fired. That's
Trump
right.
University. He even had Trump steaks. He had a steak collection for Trump. And it was bad. It was bad. Trump University. No one graduated Trump University.
Well, not only that, there was actually a lawsuit against Trump University because they were essentially scamming people for what, quote unquote, was a tuition for it. The admission fees and whatever it is for like whatever the courses they had to take, and then nothing really came out of it. And Trump never really was part. Like, he endorsed the name and everything, but he wasn't running it. But he was part of the lawsuit.
Yeah, Trump is he's just very annoying to me. He's just very annoying. He's a waste, and he kind of brought us back for the last 4 years. And what else I want to talk about?
I will say though, I never watched The Apprentice, to be honest with you. I knew about the show. I always wanted to watch it, but the thing is, the fact that he was being, there was like endorsements from all these different companies. It put Trump on a high level, and I think that's what people were voting for. They were voting on the name, Trump Towers, the fact that, at least for people that knew him far back into the 80s, you know, any of those like rental properties that he had in New York, the fact that he was part of the Taj Mahal redevelopment or eventually the shutdown of the Taj Mahal and the casinos in Atlantic City. I think that's what people are voting for. I don't think they were voting more so on thinking that he was going to be able to run the country the way that Ronald Reagan maybe did, you know, in Clinton.
But now that whoever voted for Trump now is considered racist. So
yeah, well, because we eventually get to see him. You know, it's like people say is that, you know, the more money you make, your who you are shows up, and I think that's what it was with Trump. His true personality just started to show, and
now you are considered a racist. Now that you voted for Trump, and that's exactly how you're going to be portrayed. I'm not saying everybody's a racist who voted for Trump, but you're not. I can tell you this right now: whoever voted for Trump, you kind of took that voting card. You're gone, because I just don't think you're intelligent enough to actually understand how this nature is. And then some people make mistakes. I'm not going to say that people who voted didn't make a mistake, but at the end of the day, if you still down with him, that's a problem. So do what you got to do, but vote in your best interest, but just don't make no sense to me.
Yo, is it me or is it funny when is it Donald Jr. calls Donald Trump?
Yeah, it sounds
like,
stupid.
did you see like some of the post interviews that he had after the debate? And he goes, Donald Trump is gonna this, and Donald Trump is like, I know it's different. You can't call him dad. You got to call him essentially Donald, but it just comes out cross funny to me.
Yeah, it just sounds
Donald
stupid.
Trump.
But vote, people. Got 9 days left. Vote. But in other news, you know Lisa Ray got a OnlyFans page?
Lisa Ray.
Man.
Lisa Ray.
Players Club.
Wow, Players Club, Lisa Ray. What was the show? The one that was produced by Will Smith and Jada. Dwayne Martin was the co-host.
Was it a good show? I can't remember. I know what show it was. I kind of remember that show.
She was the mom. You know what I'm talking about, right?
First of all, what's she going to do on her OnlyFans page? Is she going to be naked?
What do? They just show a little bit more than they can when they can't do the only page. So I didn't know that. So what is it? What do you got? Like an automatic email? Hey, just so you know, Lisa Ray, how the hell you come across these info?
I don't know do you want to see her naked? Like people usually on OnlyFans page, you want to see these girls naked.
So here's the first question I'll ask you: how old is she?
I don't know, but she's still hot.
Yeah, because we need to know where things is, So how old is she?
Her titty's not drooping, all that plastic surgery.
So that means she's under 50.
I think she mad at the Brat for telling people that she had plastic surgery.
The Brat came out and say that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know even the Brat had that kind of friendship.
Yo, the Brat was, I know the Brat.
Lisa Ray is not a lesbian.
Yeah, I know, but the Brat's lesbian. But
I know, yeah.
And if the Brat was like, one time she had this music video and she was sexy as hell.
Yeah, the one with Tyrese.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what she like? What you like?
She had a good body and everything.
Yeah,
and
I don't she's like in the beach.
Yeah, I don't understand why she. Whoo, boy.
Yeah.
I will tear that up.
Yeah, but think about it. That's just like her style. It's like that whole crisscross style. It's like clothes backwards. That was the Brat style. Baggy pants. Baggy jersey.
I'll tear that up if she give me a chance.
She won't. You know that.
She won't. Now she won't. Obviously, she won't say nothing about it. But I'll tear it up if she gave me a chance.
If it's you and a girl walking side by side. She doesn't even know who the hell you are.
Yeah, she probably look at me like, who is this sucker right here?
Yeah, can you please get away from her?
What do you like?
So, all right, so going back to Lisa Ray. So, would you
care about it?
Yeah, I would care about it. Yeah. I'm curious enough to care about it.
Obviously, I just don't feel like it's I don't know if I don't
for example, like Black China has one, right?
Yeah.
Right. For whatever reason, I'm not that curious.
Because I saw her porno tape before.
Yeah, but the fact I haven't, but I'm just not that curious.
She was really whack too at the porno tape. She just let it.
Yeah.
She was just letting somebody hit it. Mm-hmm. You could tell everything was fake.
She has a kid with Tyga.
Yep.
So Tyga got one. She got one. You think maybe they might just collaborate or something?
I don't know, but Black China is not really. I don't think she was good in bed. Most of these chicks.
So then she went from How do you go from Tyga to Rob Kardashian?
The money. See what else claimed to fame besides her boyfriends?
Nothing. She did a music video with fucking Nicki Minaj, the one with
what else? There's no claim to fame besides her boyfriend.
That's it. I'm just saying that's the only thing I can think. The music video with Yo Gotti with Nicki, Rob Kardashian, Tyga. That's the only claim to fame.
I saw all her pornos. She only had one porno, but it's not even a porno. It was like a leaked tape She looked like she was whacked. She did no movement in the bed, nothing at all. No movement, no anything.
I got you. So, but I'm saying I'm not curious about Blac Chyna. I am curious about Lisa Ray. So, and I think that's probably what she's probably going by. People are curious, you know. Think of it like this, right? What is it? Remember Carmen Electra?
Yep.
Way back in the day.
Yeah.
She got to be probably 45 by now, right?
Yeah, she was cute back in the day. I don't know about now.
I'm curious.
Pamela Anderson, I heard she was cute too, but now she looked kind of rough.
Yeah.
She looked kind of rough. Cameron, who was like the back in the day chicks? Carmen Electra,
Pamela Anderson. There was Jennifer from she was on MTV for a little while. She was like one of them like video DJs. She had a little thing with what's his face? Jim Carrey, but now she's one of the wall.
What about like Roxy? Remember Roxy from BET?
Yeah, I
She
remember
was
Roxy.
cute.
Yeah,
She
how do you
looked
not?
cute.
Actually, you know she's on a game show now.
Yeah, but she's irrelevant now.
You know what I'm saying?
I know,
Wipeout
yeah.
or whatever. She's
Yeah.
but you know what's funny? She still looks the same as she did from 106. Free was really the girl.
Free was the one.
Free was the one.
Woo, boy, I love to give me
Other
some
than
Free.
other than
She was thick. She was thick.
Free was it. The only thing she just dropped off for Earth. Like, I mean, there's
I
nothing.
think she had like a little thing with Jay-Z, I heard.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she had a little fling with Jay-Z.
But
But she was thick. She was thick
Big
as
up,
hell.
say Jay-Z
She was
doing
thick.
it.
What
From
else?
Free to Beyonce.
You know what is back in the day had like the best TV show. You know, have you ever watched like Telemundo?
Here's one for you, real quick. Remember Idalis from MTV?
Yeah, I remember that.
Ooh.
Oh, that was good.
It was her and Cindy Fuentes,
Yeah.
but Idalis I think was a little bit higher
But
up.
you ever saw like now if you go to Telemundo, you see how many like girls they be butt naked most of the time. They had like bikinis.
You
and
ever
everything.
see the Telemundo or the Univision when they do the Weather Channel? They have like this like secluded Weather Channel with girls in bikinis. They
Yep.
have like yeah, I don't know what they're saying, but I always like to know when it's sunny out and if there's any chances of rain.
You know, because sex sells.
It does. It is
Sex
what it
sells.
is, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You can't.
It is what it is.
You can't deny it. It doesn't matter what language it is. Well, even though if you don't know what they're saying, you like to watch it. Oh,
Ooh.
hell yeah.
Most of the time you watch Telemundo, it's all about pretty girls.
Yeah.
All about
that
pretty
gotta
girls.
be.
There's nothing else.
Yeah.
It's all about pretty girls.
Yeah, you don't know what they're saying, where they came from, where they're going. You're just like, all right. I see
All
what
about
you're
pretty
doing.
girls.
I see what you're doing. Yeah.
Whew. I used to have like a Spanish fling back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to always just date Spanish girls. That stopped like really quick when they started.
So on purpose, is that what you're trying
On
to say?
purpose. On purpose.
Yeah.
They used to like speak in front of me, and once they hear that
Yeah.
negro, I'm like, what? Like, who you talking to me?
Yeah.
Negra,
Yeah.
negro.
I got
As
you.
soon as they hear
Nah.
that shit, I'm like, nah, I be you. ain't
Yeah,
talking stuff.
back in the day, OG spread the love to all the girls. It didn't matter. You know, black, white, Hispanic, Portuguese, you name it. You know what I mean? If you were down, you were down. If you weren't, then you get pushed to the side.
Push to the side over there. Well, we like to actually send praise to Nigeria. You know, they having the SARS.
Yeah, the outbreak.
The outbreak. Not the SARS outbreak. It's more of the craziness that's going on in Nigeria. You know, it's crazy out there. You know, we have to take care of our peoples. We want to end the SARS protests. A lot of fatalities that came along.
Oh yeah. The police one, the police brutality.
Yeah,
I watched the news. I apologize. I was thinking about something different. I did see some of the videos of that where it showed them breaking out. I think one gentleman was talking about how he was in class. There was the teacher drew a thing of a religious piece of Jesus in some type of awkward position, and then he said that's not how Jesus is. And then that was another thing that was going on. It's like they were being taught something else, and the kid said that's not how Jesus really is. But so that is something going on pretty serious over there.
So before, we just like to send our prayers out to them because I know it's crazy right now. Obviously, we're protesting in America as well, but we also want to actually support our kings in Africa by protesting as well. So I would like to say our prayers for them as well. So, man. You know, I've been thinking lately that now that I'm like about to move to a different area.
You can't. You're building your house.
Yeah, I just I cannot stand. I don't think I'm gonna like my neighbors.
Already?
already.
So you met him or you seen him?
No,
when you
it's just they're doing a lot of cock blocking right now. They're doing a lot of cock blocking.
Oh yeah.
Already not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna like my neighbors. I just already feel it. You ever not like a neighbor?
Yeah, I will tell you this. So I grew up in the hood. So in the hood, my neighbors were my friends, and what was cool about it is that it seemed like all the neighbors, whether it was, no, I remember next door they didn't have a kid around my age, but a couple houses down had a kid now around my age. So we always played. You know, I sure what it was. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't, other than like, you know, Super Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation down the road. It was just like we were just kicking in the street, just play, you know, manhunt. That's what it was. So yeah, I always got along. I always got along with my neighbors. But now I got along with my neighbors. I'm not saying my parents did, but I did.
I actually like my neighbor now before, because we're about to move. Hopefully we're about to move because we don't know what's going on with this house. But the neighbor now, they're Portuguese, a little racist because he probably think that every black person is the same.
Yeah.
so I had to tell him, like, listen, every black person is the same. Like your way of money is different than white man money. Like I always have to tell him, like, your tax bracket is a little lower than mine. So I'm always like looking at them like, and they do like every morning. She's like old Portuguese, and she go in her car and put it on Bluetooth, and then put on speakers, and I see her with her phone in her mouth. Why is it on Bluetooth? Like, buddy, you're on Bluetooth. You don't need to talk to the phone if you're on Bluetooth. Yeah. And she is as loud as hell. Yeah. All I hear, I'm like, oh, you know what they got? Oh, you know, you speak to the Portuguese music. I'm like, listen, if you don't get your ass off that fucking speaker and stop listening to that thing so I could go about my business. I'm trying to play video games right now. Like, because now I work from home, so I don't have to worry about all that.
That's right.
So it's just crazy. And then my so-called about to be new neighbors, I need to do an easement, and they cock blocking. And cock blocking. They don't want me to go on their land because they're being petty as hell because they couldn't buy that land.
Oh,
new neighbors.
Yeah, definitely.
Petty as hell because
they're gonna make that shit like a hell. Not necessarily hell, but it's gonna make it difficult for you to do what you got to do.
I'm gonna build a wall of China. in the back. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build a big ass wall of China. Big ass wall of China, so they cannot see not one darn thing.
So I'm assuming like they let them know that you're gonna be building there.
Yeah,
and so they expect it, so they know what you're doing.
They can't afford it. If you bought a house for $300,000, being a first time home buyer, why do you think that land is gonna be yours? Can you afford it? Whatever $100,000, whatever how much the land costs. You don't get your first time home buyer ass out my face. Well, I'll pop you in your
yeah.
Yo, as soon as if I get this house started to build, I'm gonna put a wall of China. if they come to me for some milk and cookies, I'm smacking the shit out of them. No sugar in here. I'm gonna give you some sugar nuts. You know what I'm saying?
What you want to do is just get a dog, so that way you can annoy them with the barking.
Oh yeah, big time. I can't stand. You know, I want neighbors, but I can't stand them. I can't stand them.
When is the building starting? So that way you can really get on their nerves. It has to be after winter, I promise.
Yeah, most likely after winter. If we could start in like 2 weeks, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, but
it looks like we're running out of time.
They're gonna have a nice, peaceful Christmas almost.
They might have to.
That sucks.
Well, we have some time because it's still warm right now.
Yeah, true. So true.
So it's still warm.
Global warming. Yeah,
global warming. I think it's gonna be really good. That global warming that Donald Trump don't believe in.
Yeah,
but
none at all.
I think it's we still could try to build by. Hopefully, everything get done by this week or next week. That's it.
Like when that stuff happens, does the neighbors need to be involved in anything?
Not even. It's your land. You can do anything you want in your land.
Right.
No such thing as neighbors in your land.
Yeah,
unless
I believe you.
Unless that what we was trying to do, we trying to use their land so we could get our stuff on their land. But at the end of the day, they said no. So guess what?
So so if let's say they need to put certain like equipment next to your land, they need approval, obviously.
On their land, but at the end of the day, you don't need the equipment on their land. It's always a way of doing things. Because people are getting their money. They'll do it a special way, especially to get their money. But, I can't stand neighbors right now. I can't stand them.
What about like parking, though? Like,
parking, everybody have a driveway.
No, not parking your car, but I'm saying like when you need a certain vehicle.
No, that's nothing. It's not the city. It's it's like a town, so it's a little different. The city is probably you need like parking, but it's everything public anyway. But a town, you kind of do what you got to do.
Then you're moving up then.
Yeah, nah, I'm not moving up.
I don't know what the hell a town is.
I know
east
side.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to move to the east side. Know what I'm saying?
Hey,
moving on to the east. Nobody trying to move town to the east side. But it's crazy on there. What else we had in the agenda? We were supposed to talk about something. I can't remember. What were we supposed to talk about?
See, we covered. I know Jay-Z's coming out with his own weed.
Oh,
So
really?
he's getting involved. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but I know I read something. He's coming out with his own weed.
On weed, huh?
Yeah, I mean it's legal, right?
Legal. That's a good. Jim Jones has his own weed too.
Oh, he does? Yeah, definitely. I'm assuming Wiz Khalifa has his own weed, right?
You think so?
Wiz Khalifa?
I don't think so.
That you think he only smokes just other people's shit? He doesn't actually. He's not involved in.
He's a weed head. He probably forget that he had to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, let's see here, right here. So, let's see. So November, no, actually October 23rd is when he posted that he's going to be involved in the marijuana partnership with Calavia. That's I guess the company that he's going to be involved with. All right, I mean, gotta give it up. So, a lot of people, they can just sit back on the money that they have, and other ones can say, "I'm gonna make the money grow." So yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I don't think he will have any type of weed because he's a pothead. He probably forget to even do it.
Well, I'm sure he's going to be involved in the investment of it. He's not going to be, I don't think, CEO, but he's going to be involved in any production work of it.
I highly doubt that. Who knows? He's kind of crazy on there to have a weed. That's a big opportunity to a lot of people to make money.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, at this point, aside from, let me see, alcohol, cigarettes, I'm talking what's illegal, right?
Yep.
Alcohol, cigarettes, you got to figure weed would probably be 3 on the list, right? Everybody drinks.
True.
Everybody drinks. There's so much smokers out there. I'm going to argue and say that the alcohol companies and cigarette companies make more money than any type of weed distributor or dispensary out there. It would
Probably.
have to be, yeah. So
Makes
at
sense.
that point, so it makes sense that anybody that has that kind of money to support another company get involved and make money, right?
True.
I mean, you're heavy into stocks, right?
Yep.
Right. So you're telling me if, let's say, you have an IPO that comes out for a certain company that's involved with marijuana, it's gonna grow. You tell me it's gonna drop? I mean,
I
these
think
delivery services out of nowhere, right? Who would have thought, maybe 3 years ago, 2 years ago, that you would DoorDash, you Uber Eats, any of these companies were gonna be so relevant that those that invested when the IPO came available would make so much more money now? Who would have thought?
Did you
delivery?
know some banks don't actually make you open a check account for weed dispensaries? You know that?
No.
Some banks do. They don't want you to open up a checking account if you're a weed dispensary.
So how the hell would the money be circulated from?
So you got to look for a bank that has some type of endorsement for weed.
Oh, okay.
It's I know Bank America, those type of places, probably not. You got to really look at those type of things and see what's going on.
They don't want to be involved with
They don't want to
that.
be involved with it. So it's not like Denver when everything is legal in Denver and for weed and stuff, but
yeah.
they don't want to be involved with it.
I got you.
That's how it goes.
But still, you tell me that's not a moneymaker right there?
It is a moneymaker
is,
when they
it
start
is.
taxing it. I don't know if they start taxing it yet.
I don't know how that works.
Obviously, if you're a business and then you have to be registered, they gotta tax something. But it is a good money. It probably will save a lot of our deficit, or even save hunger, save
Taxes,
poverty.
yeah.
If you think about it.
And otherwise, weed itself has never been medically said to cause any type of death, right?
Yeah,
You can get alcohol poisoning.
probably just get a lot
right.
of munchies too.
Munch.
Yeah, big ass.
Well,
munchies.
at that point, then Doritos or Frito-Lay or whatever. Oh, was it Yum Yum? Is that the company that runs it?
Yeah, I was
they're
wondering-
going to make a lot of money.
They don't make weed legal, but they make alcohol legal. Alcohol could give you
Well,
liver
because
problems.
it's the way you can control the way that the income is coming in. That's what it's all about.
But
When it
weed
comes to weed, you
control-
can't control
You
it.
control a lot of weed unless
Well,
obviously.
now you could, but that's what it was years ago. Is that even more years ago? Is that you can't tax a street drug because you don't understand how the hell it's being distributed and where it's coming in, where it's going.
All I know-
alcohol you could.
All I know is a lot of people in jail right now just for freaking weed, and they need it. And now it's starting to get legal in a lot of states that they
it's
need to get rid of it.
weed, but it's actually the fact that the weed couldn't be taxed.
True.
You know what I mean?
So they basically won't put people in jail because they're making money.
Exactly.
You see how life works?
Of course.
It's
Exactly.
the stupidest process. It's the stupidest reason to put someone in jail for some odd months, years, whatever, just because you can't tax it.
Because you can't tax. That's what they want to control it. Is that, hey, we can't.
Funny how they always want to control everything. They want to control every single thing in the world.
Like,
So.
Here's something interesting for you. Remember Al Capone, right?
Yep.
Former mob boss for Chicago, part of the St. Valentine's Massacre, all of that. When he was in jail, I think it wasn't for drugs, criminal racketeering. It was for the fact that it was tax evasion.
Yeah.
When he got caught, it was because he avoided and he didn't pay taxes. It wasn't because of murder.
His, when he doing like spirits.
Oh yeah.
When he do all the moonshine.
The moonshine, exactly. It had nothing to do with the fact that he was involved of murders. It has nothing to do with that he was involved in like criminal racketeering and all of that. It was because it was tax evasion. That's how he got caught.
True.
Then eventually he got out. Then eventually he was part of the killing that happened. And the girl or the woman that was the snitch.
Well, it's Al Capone. Al Capone could kill you. Man, is it?
You can't avoid paying taxes. That's what
you can't avoid pay taxes. You always have to pay taxes. Shit, I owe some
and now that they can
myself.
tax weed, they're like, all right, yeah, it's legal.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out what kind of business can I want to own a business one day.
I always thought about that too.
Yeah, what you think you should own? I don't know.
Well, I think the easiest thing that anybody can do is do your own landscaping company. That's the easiest thing.
That would make money. It's a lot of work.
It is. Well, it depends on where you live.
You have to figure out if it's by yourself or you're gonna do it by yourself.
Yeah.
I want to own a franchise one day. I think that's gonna be probably my next step.
That is the ultimate goal. And if you can borrow enough, if you can raise enough or save enough to own honestly, I think like a Dunkin' Donuts, a fast food place, that's probably your starting point.
But you have to have a good capital for those.
That's what I'm saying. So if you could.
So let's say the landscaping, barbershop. I know
barbershop
people
is
make
really good.
if you good at like barbershop.
Yeah, barbershop. Less overhead in barbershop.
Transportation company.
Yeah, you can do that.
Sometimes a lot of people forget transportation is whether you have to deliver a type of products or you have to drive somewhere. They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
They make a lot of money.
Especially if you're involved in any type of Amazon
side
work.
A lot of people, if you do Amazon and then you have a couple of trucks, you could probably use the Amazon to kind of do your little Amazon thing.
You could.
Make a lot of money for that.
You mean the Amazon trucks?
Yep. Because most of them, they do like some type of side job. It's more of like they're 1099 employees. So it's a company that use their trucks and then they could deliver the Amazon packages. So that could make a lot of money too.
You could do that. Yeah, I can go that route.
Like a family thing.
Yeah.
I told my boys is probably a void of black architects and black builders. So I told them I'm gonna try to get them to become a black architect.
Yeah, that's a good one, but that's tough. I'm not saying that
I'll
it's not
pay for their school.
for anybody.
I just pay for their school and they do what they got to do and they could pay it back.
That's right. That's right. You could.
They make a lot of money to become architects.
I got you. Yeah,
architects and builders.
No, something like that. You probably would have to establish yourself in a big city. Like DC.
You don't have to establish yourself in a big city at all. You have to establish yourself in a place that have a lot of land. You don't have land in big cities unless you want to build those skyscrapers and stuff. But those things are hard to come by.
Not necessarily. You can always look at it as that there's always city development always changing. So it doesn't have to necessarily be skyscrapers.
I would think that it was more land. I always feel like people need to. I want black people in general to have black wealth.
Yeah,
because that's how we kind of prosper. Because you need black wealth and generational wealth.
That's right.
So the first thing you want to do is get into your kids the mindset of getting these type of professions, whether it's architects, lawyers, doctors, because you want to have black wealth.
Yeah,
that's my big thing. So if the cities, obviously cities you're gonna have to govern it. You're gonna have to have a lot of bids and things like that. But it's all about black wealth. To start off slow, start off with the lands, because that's a lot of people want to build a lot of houses and everything. Like I'm building a house right now, so people want to build houses. You know how much money you make off of building houses? I remember when I was looking for someone to build a house, they had to be black.
Yeah,
and it was a big void. Only see like one or two. It was tough. It was like kind of figure out. I finally picked one, and it had to be black because I wanted to support like the black owned business.
Yeah, of course.
So, I understand. I do understand. So it's crazy.
Here's another one for you. What about opening up a property management company? So think of it. So you don't necessarily need to own your own home, which is a great idea. I follow you with that. Is what if, let's say, you open up your own company and you're a property manager. So essentially what you do, it would be if, let's say, there's things that need to be done with the property. Either if you're able to fix it, you can. If not, you hire people that can.
Yeah.
Collect certain fees or rent or whatever it may be. But I'm saying you start your own company to property manage, right?
Yep.
Why not?
True.
And what's nice with that, you don't necessarily need to own your own property. You just property manage. So I always thought about something like that years ago. Before I bought my house, I was like, I really want to get involved in real estate one way or the other. And at that point, I was like, either I can property manage or I can buy my own home. And then at that point, let the property value go up. Once it gets to a certain value, I can sell it. And then at that point, buy another one for the same value. I could do that. Or if not so, then at that point, just understand what it takes to run the actual house, which is what you're going to go through as well.
You could. That sounds more like a general contractor. Like
property separate from that. Yeah, you could do that, but you have to go to school for that. I'm talking about where you can think of it like an agent, right? You're just you're essentially managing a whole bunch of different personalities, of different people. You're just managing them. In this case, you're managing property.
Yeah,
as long as you know what you're doing.
So you know what we gotta do? I'm thinking about getting a nice little camera, an A6400.
A6400.
I'm thinking about it.
You want to flip the podcast to video cast?
Yeah, you gotta have a video cast now. So I'm starting to realize that I want people to start seeing our faces. I mean, you gotta get a haircut, OG.
I gotta get a haircut and I gotta get a beard trim.
A beard trim or something. I mean, you gotta look sexy.
You know what it is?
Camera.
You know what it is? The fact that I be just wearing masks everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Yo, so it gets to the point where, like, does it matter? I mean, it matters, but does it matter?
As long as you don't burp in the mask. And, you smell that for the funky
Forget about
breath
burping
and
in the
all that.
mask. I always tell you, like, there's a dude that we work with that we both know, older gentleman, if you remember. Your dude farted the other day, and I smelled that shit through the mask.
Yeah, where is he anyway? But yeah,
he's still there.
He
farted. He told me he did. He just want to give you the heads up. Yeah, I just let off the rocks. Yeah, that's what he calls it. Let off
First
the
of all,
rocks.
you're too damn old when you say let off the rocks. So what the hell is let off the rocks?
I have no idea. And I'm trying to think of it. Well, rocks are hard and that falls down. If it's a mountain, it falls down. Where does he get the rocks from? It sounds like you're talking about cocaine or something, but or heroin. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, so I was like, I still smelt it to the mask, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I need a trim. I like your idea. I think that's something we could do.
You ever see, like, why old people always think they could just fart in front of people? Like, why old people think they could just fart in front of people? Because it's not cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to smell your dusty ass butthole colonoscopy for like whatever hours. How many years of that shit eased in?
I think they feel like they got approval from some like unknown person or unknown.
Like, I guess because he's old that they could just fart anyway.
It's like the United Group of like old people can fart. I don't know. It's they're members, I guess, but it's disgusting. It's
really disgusting. It's like gross.
Yeah. And the thing about it is that you would think he would go somewhere and do it. He just came up and just did it nearby. And the cool thing is he gave me the heads. I just want to let you know I just let off the rocks. So I was like, all right. Yeah, you did.
Man. Every time I work with old folks, they could just say anything they want. They come anything out their mouths. Yeah, and sometimes they don't understand why they don't get promotions. They get so mad.
You know what the problem is? Because right now the president of the United States is 72, I think. 74?
74, I think.
74. Yeah. Okay, so he's 74. So the fact that the president of the United States is 74, like these older cats are actually younger than 74. For them, they're like, yo, my boy's running the country right now. Not no 40-year-old, not even no 30-year-old, a 70-year-old.
That's why we need Beijing Barry. So we need a young cat. Yeah, Beijing Barry.
Yeah, that's what happens. They're giving them power. They can fart wherever they want.
Yeah,
thinking it's okay. Just let it off. Females not even getting warned about it.
Not even.
You know what I mean? Young
the nostrils all burning and stuff.
Yeah, young dudes thinking like, yo, this is me? Like,
you ever have smell a fart and then like a customer smell fart next to you and you like try to smell yourself? Like, yo, why is this stink right now?
Yeah. I'll tell you.
One time
that happened, I'll just walk away.
My girl always try to hear me fart. I'll be like, all of a sudden she be like, you farted? Like, yeah, gotta do what you gotta do.
Just asking you, did you?
Yeah, did you? Like if you in your own privacy of your home, I have the right to fart anywhere I feel like farting.
If there's bills under your name, you have the right.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's 1, 2, or 3, doesn't matter.
I don't care if it's a telephone bill. Like I don't care if I gotta pay the gas bill, but I'm farting on this.
I'm doing what I gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
It's funny because here's the thing. I remember like when me and my fiance we got together. Yeah, I used to hold it back, you know what I mean? So I used to be like...
Not me.
Yeah, in the beginning I held it back because, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, like, present myself as the dude. You know what I'm saying? Yo, chick is giving me her body, so I could do whatever I want with it whenever I want.
Yeah.
The least I could do is just not stink up the joint. You know what I'm saying? So
not
in the
me.
beginning,
I
let
farted out.
Yeah, I held it back. You know what I'm saying? Try to be the, you know what I'm saying, the nice guy. You know
But
what
you
I
know
mean?
the funny thing is, you talk about guys, girls fart probably the most out of
See,
anybody.
my girl never fought. I tell you, if she did, that shit would piss me off.
Why? Why?
It just because when you're with somebody for 17 years, at this point there should be no surprises. Like if this shit went down like year 3, year 4,
Shit.
I would have a conversation with
I
her.
want all that. I want the girl to farting right next
But
to me.
D, let me ask you, like if it's year 3, year 4, she farts, you sit with her, you be like, yeah, listen, the other day I heard
You gotta have a
something.
conversation, have a meeting.
Yeah, was that you? Was it by accident? Did you know I was near you at the
I
time?
don't care. I want my girl to fart right next to me.
Nah, that's year 3. Now, by year 17, you be like, yeah, listen, shit's a little bit awkward right now. What's going on?
See,
Are you healthy, baby?
And I care less. I want them to fart from
I
the
just don't
get-go.
want no
I don't want
surprises.
I don't want them to fart right in the first date or something.
Yo,
but
see, the thing about it, I'm not judgmental. I'm just going to be like, yo, are you okay? You didn't do this in year 7 and year 8.
I want them
12.
to fart. I want them to
I
fart
thought
right
you
next
did,
to-
but maybe you
I don't
didn't.
care about because you know what? That's called. You're gonna be very relaxed. I want them to be relaxed. They very comfortable with next to you, but you gotta make sure they fart. At the end of the day, farting is a way to go. Farting is one of those things that what's your relationship
exactly. Like in a healthy way, farting doesn't allow the buildup to stay inside.
Yeah.
So it is natural. I get it. But sometimes you could just be like, let me just go to this other room. Let me go this other area.
So you telling me
do it.
you want your co-workers to fart next to you,
I don't want them to
but
fart.
they do. They
But
do.
I don't want- I don't want
still
nobody to
do.
fart next to me. That's what I'm
They
saying.
fart next to you.
I don't
You
know.
got to make your lady fart, because she
No, I
probably
don't have
hold
a
it in.
I don't have a problem with her farting. That's not the thing. What I'm saying is
If you make your lady fart next to you, you know what kind of food they eating. If it stinks, that means they eating bad food.
something's wrong.
Yeah,
I would
you
go
like,
with
yo,
that.
bro, you need to,
Yeah.
like, baby, I love you, but you need to
Yeah.
stop eating that frying
Yeah.
Chinese or something.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That Fu Young Ming or
Yeah,
whatever that is.
Young, that Chinese
That
star.
shit, yeah.
You gotta stop eating it.
Yeah, that-
Eat some
that
good
Thai
healthy
mix is
stuff
not
like
right.
broccoli,
Yeah.
lettuce.
Yeah.
Get something. Just go
Sure.
on the keto diet, and
Okay.
you might see a little different.
Okay, I'm gonna flip this real quick for you, and you tell me this, right? If
Yep.
you're Jay-Z, right, and Beyonce farts in front of you, right, or near you, are you gonna be like, "Hey, who was that?"
I don't know. I'd probably get turned on because it's Beyonce.
Yeah, you're not gonna just be like, "Yo, damn."
It's Beyonce. I said if she could fart in front of my face, I don't give a shit.
Okay,
Like
You
I
might be
like
right. You might be right.
Beyonce. What you shit?
You
If
might be right. You might
probably
be right.
eat it out while she fart.
That's tough. You know what? It's tough to argue that.
Yeah,
it
she-
really is. It
Imagine
really-
what Beyonce tastes like. She probably tastes so good. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're crazy. Yeah.
First of all, Beyonce probably tastes so good right now. Like you talking about Beyonce.
So what you're trying to
shit.
say? Beyonce could come out with an album called like Fire and Beyond.
Woo!
Beyonce 24/7, let the air out.
I'm pretty sure she don't smell stinky at all.
Nah, you know what? I
Yeah.
think you're right. I think that shit.
That's Beyonce.
Wasn't it Trump that said? Nah, who was it? One of them said that J Lo's farts smell fruit. It was this dude Noriega. Did you ever hear about that? Noriega came out and I don't know who was I don't know if it was Puffy or whoever was a man at the time, but he came out and said that Jennifer Lopez's farts smell fruity.
I'm pretty sure it
Who
smells
said-
really good.
Who I don't know who was her man at the time. I asked him like
Not like
yo,
some
you-
regular chick fart. Regular
Yeah.
chick fart be stink as hell. But J Lo, Beyonce,
Yeah, but
shit.
they asked her man at the time. I don't know if it was Mark Anthony at the time or if A-Rod, whoever they asked. They was like, do you find out it was disrespectful? Noriega saying that her fart smelled fruity. I forgot where it was. I think it was like they asked Puffy.
But
was beside
I'm
the
pretty
point.
sure like a lot of girls fart stinks. But at the end of the day, was you with your lady? Who cares what a fart smells like?
True. I'm just
Like,
saying.
'cause I have old people right next to me farting, and I had one person. I'm at working somewhere, and then he just lifted his ass up and just farted. Like, yo, bruh, go in the bathroom for that shit, bruh. Like, what you doing? Like, I don't smell that shit. Like, I'm trying to fucking do my work over here and do my trainings, so I'm smelling like extracurricular activities next to me. Like, if you don't get your ass away from me,
Oh shit, that was funny.
Yeah,
Go
like,
to the bathroom for that.
Yeah, like, bruh.
What
You
would be
over
the
here-
worst is if you actually went to the bathroom and you
Yeah.
didn't know it.
I'm trying to do a training, also I'm seeing extracurricular activities
Yeah.
coming in, and all of a sudden it stinks
Yeah.
like ass and freaking broccoli and freaking spinach and
Yeah,
olives and
you know
shit,
what
or
I'm
like
saying?
freaking beets.
You know what I'm
I don't want
saying?
to smell that.
Some preparation H.
Some prunes and shit.
Some zinc.
A little nasty ass fart. I don't want to do that. I don't want that in my life.
You know what it is? Is that they don't give a shit at that point.
They don't
I
give a
guarantee
shit.
you, when we hit that age, we ain't gonna give a shit either.
Shit, they don't
You're
give
telling
a
me
shit.
like when you're like 60 plus, you're gonna give a shit? You're not gonna give a
Yes,
shit.
I probably won't. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do when I'm 60. I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts and chilling there all day.
All day.
All day. Just I'll be that guy reading the funny papers.
Yeah, with your crosswords.
Crosswords.
I'll be there with my crosswords.
I know everybody. Hey Lisa, can I get that? You know what I like it. You know how I like it. Can I get that? Two sugars and a scoop.
Can I get the regular?
Get the regular. Yeah, you
The
know,
huge.
go to a diner and just chill in the diner,
Yeah.
talking to everybody in the diner.
Yeah. One thing I did notice, back in the day, I used to work at Friendly's, right? And this is no knock on old people, but this just was a thing I always caught. Anytime, so you like eggs, right? Fried eggs,
Yeah.
right? One thing that I always remember, there was a couple old couples that used to come in. They would always get the eggs sunny side up, right?
They like the yolk.
Yeah, and then one day I tried that shit, right? It's
gross.
That yolk pasted my mouth to the point where I felt sick. I thought I was gonna actually get some type of illness because of the egg was raw. You know what I'm saying? The yolk. I had to go and get some milk to cover it up, the texture, but I never understood that. That's just raw.
Old people have that weird taste bud that they like those type of stuff.
Sunny side up.
Every old person have candy in their pockets. I don't get why they have candy in their pockets. Like every old person have candy in their pockets.
Yeah. So it's funny you say that. Growing up as a kid, like you said, a lot of old people had candy, and my grandparents would have candy. You know what was the number one candy that a lot of them always had?
What?
Was a candy that looked like a strawberry.
I used to love that one.
It was either strawberry or the Werther's Original.
Or the freaking the one that looks like is it Scott? What is it, like the little orange ones? What's that other orange?
Yeah, it's like Werther's Original.
Yeah.
It is. That's what it's Scotch something.
Or they
it was
have-
a super sweet one.
Or
right?
they have like little cans that has it's like a blue can that have all the crackers and shit. Like if you don't get your old ass off me.
Get
Or
that 1980s
they used to
cracker
have
snack
They
box.
when I used to work at a bank, they used to have these pastry puffs that come in, and some of the time the pastry puff is like freaking like expired and stuff. Like, yo, bruh, like we can't eat this.
Yeah. So when we get older, what the hell we would be giving them? Like Snickers, you know what I mean? Some
Probably give it like Starburst and stuff. Thinking it like,
Starburst.
hey Jimmy, you want this Starburst?
You want this bag of Doritos?
You want just get this? You want this bag of Doritos? There's nothing good about this
Yeah.
Doritos.
You just stale or just pass it along. It's
Stale
okay.
ass Doritos.
Yeah, what they were doing, there was a compromise in the health of these kids.
Yeah, right. They don't understand. They old. I can't remember. I can't believe like some people they be having candies in their pocket. I can't wait till I get old. I really can't.
I can't. It'll be fun. The only problem is driving. That's the only problem. Is like, you trying to drive.
I already tell you what I feel about driving.
Yeah, that's
people
older.
shouldn't drive at all.
Yeah.
A lot of old cats should never drive.
The problem is that like there's no law against that, so somebody could drive forever.
True.
You know what I mean? As long as they can pass the test and they can see the letters, the DMV is gonna give them like that okay and pass on the whatever like the license stamp is and just give it to them.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're done for today. We don't got nothing to do. As I said, we got 9 days to vote, people.
Yeah.
Vote, vote, vote. Vote like your life depends on
And
it.
remember, hit us up on IG, the Gmail, Twitter,
Instagram.
Yo, we need a Facebook page. I think that's
We got a Facebook page.
Yeah.
How you don't know we got a Facebook page?
Yeah, we got a Facebook.
Yeah,
like
stop
I
talking
do.
to Wiz Khalifa with that weed, bro.
Yeah,
That's it. That's
too
all I
good.
say.
It's too good.
Too good. All right, let's see y'all later. We'll talk about a lot of things. We'll figure something out, man.
Till next time.
Till next time on there. So let's go.